want to talk about this one. I'm not going to bother demonstrating because they're really all the same. You import some data and you use Autopsy. So this is an iPhone M. Now you did a whole Windows disk image. We talked about that last week. If you have a powerful machine, an iPhone image is smaller. And again, I just found an online image of an iPhone, which is nice. So there's Digital Corpora is a place where they put a whole bunch of forensic images for training. I think it's part of the government. But anyway, I'm glad to have it. So here's one from a 2021 Capture the Flag. So it's a fairly recent iPhone image. So you can download this thing. It's about 5 gigabytes. It's a zip file, and it comes with hash values, so you can verify it. SHA-256 hash value. Unzip it with 7-zip. And then you get a folder which has all the files. And then you just run Autopsy and import the data. It's logical files. So it's not a complete hard disk image, it's just the logical file structure, the active files. And then you import it, and now just use the iOS analyzer. You don't need anything else. There's a special analyzer just for iPhone data. And let it run, and it will find various things. The one thing that is nasty is different versions of Autopsy will find different things. There seems to be some defects in the software. The older version, I found phone numbers. And the later version of Autopsy no longer finds those phone numbers. So that's a little disturbing. And I do invite you to realize something. The tools are not perfect. You can't ever really trust the tool. So if you go to court, never base anything on the output of one tool. You should back it up with another tool, like just a hex editor. Make sure that what it tells you is true, because they all have limitations and bugs. Anyway, so if you're using a more modern version of Autopsy, you will not be able to find this flag. For some reason, the phone numbers don't appear anymore, so I have an alternative flag up here. I get the name of some device, a Bluetooth device or something. So be aware of that. I've already had some people say, I can't find the flag. Be careful. There's 2 versions of the flag for this reason. And you're probably going to find this one with a modern version of Autopsy. And this is the latest version. I downloaded it last week to verify it. So you should be able to find this flag, but not this one. And then there's some other things to find. The most northern latitude of the phone, the GPS locator is running, so you know where the phone has been. You can find the SMS messages, and you can find the signal contacts. This is something that the manufacturer of Telegram tried to make a big deal about. He said, Signal is not encrypted, because if you look on the phone, you find the messages. And we're like, well, you have to be able to read the messages. It's got to be on the endpoint, and the developer of Signal gave him a really hard time, saying, come on, you can't complain about my messenger that at the endpoint it's visible. It wouldn't be useful otherwise. The point of encryption is encrypted in transit. But anyway, so that's what this one is. You just get to practice looking at a real phone worth of data. And there's a lot of stuff in here, installed programs, messages, recent documents, screenshots, all kinds of things are on phones. So that's all there is to this one. Get some familiarity with the kind of evidence you'll find on a phone.